The Trillionaire dynasty, the hidden family controlling Singapore. Hello everyone. Welcome to our channel where we dive into the lifestyle of Singapore Trillionaire family. Singapore, a global powerhouse of finance, technology, and luxury. But what if we told you that behind the city's towering skyline lies an invisible force? A Trillionaire dynasty that has secretly shaped its rise from the shadows. Who are they? How did they amass such power? And why has no one ever heard of them? This is the untold story of the Liang family, the Trillionaire dynasty that owns Singapore. Singapore is often hailed as one of the most successful city-states in modern history, a beacon of economic prosperity, technological advancement, and political stability. But beneath this polished exterior lies a hidden force, a dynasty so powerful that their influence stretches far beyond what the public sees. The Liang family, a Trillionaire dynasty operating from the shadows, has silently shaped Singapore's rise, controlling its industries, guiding its policies, and steering the nation toward their own vision of supremacy. While governments come and go, economies boom and bust, and leaders rise and fall, the Liang family's grip remains unyielding, unseen, yet omnipresent. This is their story. The origins of the dynasty. In the annals of global wealth and power, few families have ever reached the unfathomable heights of the enigmatic dynasty that secretly owns Singapore. Officially, Singapore is a thriving city-state governed by a well-structured democracy. But behind the scenes, hidden from the public eye, lies the Liang family, a Trillionaire dynasty whose reach extends far beyond the boundaries of the island nation. Their origins trace back to the colonial era when Singapore was a key trading post for the British Empire. The patriarch of the dynasty, Liang Wenhai, a brilliant but ruthless businessman, capitalized on the island's strategic location, forging alliances with both British and Chinese trade networks. Through a combination of opium trade, banking, and clandestine political maneuvering, he laid the foundations for an empire that would shape Singapore's destiny for centuries. Building an empire as Singapore evolved from a colonial outpost to an independent nation, the Liang family adapted and thrived. They diversified into finance, real estate, energy, and technology, ensuring that they controlled every vital aspect of Singapore's economy. While public figures like Lee Kuan Yew were celebrated as the architects of modern Singapore, the dynasty worked behind the scenes, pulling the strings of power. Their influence was cemented through strategic marriages, alliances with international banking elites, and control over the nation's sovereign wealth funds. While Singapore's government was praised for its efficiency and transparency, the true power brokers operated in the shadows, ensuring that policies always aligned with their interests. The trillion-dollar wealth machine. Unlike traditional billionaires, the Liang family's wealth was not merely counted in dollars and assets. They had transcended conventional financial systems, pioneering innovations in global finance that allowed them to operate on an entirely different level. Their wealth was measured in influence, ownership of multinational corporations, control over global supply chains, and even secretive investments in emerging technologies that could shape the future of humanity. They maintained their power through an intricate network of offshore accounts, holding companies, and encrypted financial systems. The world's largest investment firms, from BlackRock to Vanguard, were mere instruments in their hands. While the richest individuals on Forbes lists were celebrated as the world's wealthiest, the Liang family ensured that their name never appeared on any ranking. Controlling Singapore's destiny from the bustling financial district of Marina Bay to the high-tech hubs of One North, every major development in Singapore was either directly or indirectly controlled by the Liang dynasty. They owned the land beneath the skyscrapers, the digital infrastructure powering the nation, and the critical supply chains feeding the economy. The government's policies, while appearing independent, were often designed to serve the Liang family's long-term vision. Mass surveillance systems ensured that potential threats to their rule were neutralized before they could gain traction. The educational system was tailored to produce a workforce that served their corporate interests. Even Singapore's famous neutrality in geopolitical conflicts was a carefully crafted strategy to protect the family's global investments. The secret networks. The Liang family's power was not limited to Singapore alone. Their influence extended into the highest echelons of global finance, politics, and technology. They had operatives in the World Bank, the United Nations, and the International Monetary Fund, ensuring that global economic policies never threatened their dominance. They maintained a secretive intelligence network, far more sophisticated than any government agency. This allowed them to predict economic downturns, political upheavals, and technological disruptions before they happened. They could crash markets, manipulate currencies, and even influence elections without ever being detected. The next frontier, despite their overwhelming control, the Liang family understood that power must constantly evolve. Their next focus was beyond Earth itself. Investments in space exploration, artificial intelligence, and bioengineering were key to their long-term plans. They envisioned a future where they would control not just nations, but entire planets, ensuring that their dynasty would reign for millennia. The Liang family is not merely a wealthy dynasty. They are the unseen architects of Singapore and a force that influences global affairs in ways the world may never fully grasp. Their power is not measured in elections won or wars fought, but in the silent, unbreakable grip they hold over industries, governments, and technological advancements. For the average Singaporean, life continues as usual, the city's skyline grows taller, and prosperity remains. But behind the veil of progress, the Liang dynasty watches, orchestrates, and dictates the fate of the nation and beyond. In an era where transparency and democracy are celebrated ideals, the greatest irony is that the most powerful family in the world remains invisible, shaping history from the shadows. The Liang family's grip on Singapore remains unseen, yet undeniable. From politics to global finance, their influence stretches far beyond what the world knows. But the question remains, will their empire ever be exposed? Or will they continue ruling from the shadows for generations to come? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Bell subscribe for more deep dives into hidden power and wealth. Thumbs up, like and share if you found this story fascinating. Memo, drop a comment. Do you believe a trillionaire family could control a nation?